Hello YouTube, this is Jason, aka Bit Junkie. Hope this video finds you doing well. It is Monday, January 22nd. Um, so starts a new week. We have a lot to get to today. Let's start here. CryptUnite Global. That's our community. It's growing exponentially right now. And there's starting to be really good dialogue, a lot of good ideas, a lot of sharing, and that's what we wanted. So the community is impressing me right now. It's a lot of adults in CryptUnite. Very good perspective from the people there. So if you're interested in cryptocurrencies and you want to join a group of like-minded people that talk cryptos all day, come check us out. Right here on the screen, there's our Facebook group is the most active, and then we have a Twitter page and an Instagram. I can't remember who it was in my comment section. He told me every video I say the website's under construction, just put the website out for at this point. And I thought that was funny. We're trying, man. Okay, we're working on it. It's just a lot of work, and we're not putting out like a rinky-dink template-based website here. Just throw it out there. It's got some function to it, and it's going to be a pretty strong site. So best thing comes to those that wait. All right, so it's coming. All right, I have a couple of different topics to get to. Let's start here. All right, let me start with this. I'm a regular guy. All right, when I started this channel, I'm CryptUnite Global now with Jim, but when I started this channel, I was just a regular guy. I'm a business guy. I used to trade. I own a couple companies, and I started reading about Bitcoin, and it impressed me greatly. So I couldn't contain my excitement, and I jumped in. So it's a new area, a new arena. I didn't know it as well, so I started with the things that looked the easiest. And there was a lot of fanfare going about with the loan programs, right? So I jumped on those, and I'm going to test them out. And I said, you know what? I'm going to document my journey, and that led to creating this channel. Now, I'll be honest with you, I never thought anybody would watch these videos, okay? But it's kind of I'm not like a super popular channel, but it's growing, and there's a following here. And with that has come there's been some sense of responsibility. But then after that, the last couple of videos last week and reading through my comment section, being called a scumbag and a stupid example of a person, and basically a crook and being dishonest are the exact opposite of what I represent. The whole point of the channel was transparency, full disclosure, wide open, look at everything I'm doing. And somewhere along the way, looking at what I'm doing became me being a promoter. So I feel as though, and not in my mind, but in the mind of some of the viewership, okay? So I thought it was important that I restate my position. Everything I ever tell you is how I feel about it. There's no motive to it. It's how I feel. I feel as though I'm very neutral. All right, so let me restate, first of all, about Davor. Davor has the exact same exposures to it that BitConnect does, which makes it a highly risky opportunity. And even more so with the precedent of BitConnect closing up shop on the lending side. There's no disputing that. It is super high risk. The reason for the last video that I made was to explain how me, from a trader's perspective, would still enter into something like that, because there's still a risk profile that you can use and analyze it, see what the highest probability of still getting out of that thing clean would be, and you try it. And I shared that information on the video when we got in, but it's super high risk, and we're already in. At the time that we did it, BitConnect hadn't failed yet, which adds a level of risk, right? But we're already in. We invested $30,000, and we had a plan going in as to why we were doing it and how it would work, and we detailed that. But I don't think we've ever tried to hide that risk, okay? And that's where we stand on it. But it's super high risk, and if you're not built for that, you should probably stay away from it. That's the best I can tell you. And let me give you some more insight. Admittedly, I do love the mathematical equation behind BitConnect and Davor. I do. I think that the math of how they're doing that with an ICO to raise money to fund the creation of a sustainable business, like something that was maybe based more in mining, which is more a payment for services rendered model other than a speculative model where you're trading would be better, in my opinion, right? But that doesn't exist in the lending platforms we have. They're just what we have. So you adjust your risk and you give it a shot. Okay. So what we tried to do behind the scenes is create something. And I'm not going to really get into the details of exactly what it was, but I love the math behind it if executed with a true business underlying the payouts. Now, obviously, depending on a true brick and mortar business or something that's paid for services rendered is not going to have the same high level payouts that are promised on these platforms. But that's not what you need. What you need is consistent daily payments, that you could compound with a real business behind it. So we try to create that behind the scenes. And what we found is the same problems that they have with the United States. I mean, you have to register a security in all 50 states with different requirements, different lead times, and a lot of different fees. It's an insurmountable thing to do to try and create with this. But it gave me some insight too, because the coin creation and the security side in the US is going to always make it difficult for a platform like these platforms to survive. So yes, I do believe in the math if the people behind it are able to sustain it and do the right things. But there's a lot of risk based on the country that they're trying to run it in. And if you sell to anyone in the US or you advertise it anywhere in the US, you put yourself at risk, let alone, having to be able to sustain that math properly. So it's a tall task and it's highly risky. Okay. And that's how I feel about it. But that doesn't change the fact that I'm in it. And by no means am I suggesting that you get in too. I tried to explain how we could justify us being in it from our perspective in the last one. And there's other people out there that are calculated risk takers, so if you're interested, you do that. But if not, that's what it is. Okay. And while I'm on that, let me give you a very, very unpopular opinion. Okay. I'm about to give you a very unpopular opinion. You're not going to like this one bit. All right. But this is the truth. When we got into BitConnect, all of us, anyone that's listening to this video, me, everyone included, Jim, our risk was when we traded our Bitcoin for BitConnect coin. Because the truth is, they gave us back exactly what we gave them, which was we traded our Bitcoin for BitConnect coin. There's our risk. And they gave us back BitConnect coin. The problem was they did it in a very crappy way that tanked the price. But we're still holding the asset. So my play is it's not over. I don't know what it's going to come out of it. It could be a complete loss and, we all lost. But it's possible that the coin could come back. Cryptocurrencies have a tendency, I think it's as a pool, the top 100 are up 10,000%. So since, a year ago, that coin could recover, and all of us that are holding those coins still have them. So by definition, they did give us back what we gave them. They just did it in a crappy way, and it caused a ton of people to lose money. And it was, it was very messed up. Okay. But that's the truth behind it and how I feel about that. But the risk that they went through that ended in that made that proposition in the way that it did still exists with Davor. So proceed with caution if you proceed at all. Like I said, we're already in, so we're going to ride it out and see how it goes. But that's my feelings. So, I just want to be honest and transparent with you guys. And those are my honest and transparent thoughts. Okay. Second piece of news. This news is going to get better as we go, people. USI Tech. Let's go there. I'm sorry you've been looking at the same screen the whole time. You know what? Let's talk about Bitcoin real quick. All right. So we had the bounce. Last week we talked about this was the 61% bunch of buyers waiting down here. We didn't know if they're going to come back and try and take out the stop losses that are in this area, come back and retest this area before going up. We don't know, but we're thinking that the market's going to head up from here, and maybe this is an area that the rise would start. So here's today's movement. This is the daily chart. And remember I told you guys about how important the 61% fib level was. So if you look at this move, since we hit that bottom right there, and then we came back up. I'm not really good with this charting software, as y'all know, because this is not my ideal software, so bear with me. All right, so let's zoom in a little bit. If you look at this price action, here's the 61% retracement right here at $10,700. And you see what happened again? We hit this again today. Price immediately shot back up, and we're meandering around this area. So I don't know what it's going to do tomorrow. We could see some more upward movement. What I see in this chart is the direction is up. Even though today was a bearish day, from my view, this was a bearish correction of the move that started up last week. Okay, so I think we're going to keep going up. You never know with these things, it can retest. But if I was going to take a trade, I probably would have entered about today where we got to the 78% retracement, about right here. And, I'd probably be close to breaking even at this point. So that's that. All right. So other key news, USI Tech. There's a video here. I'll put the link in the description box. Basically, they announced today that it looks as though they're going to be reopening their services in America. So the key points are, they announced that they were going to separate the return on your your Bitcoin packages from the commissions, because apparently the affiliates robbed them blind in December. Tremendous amount of people setting up stacking accounts, listing family members to withdraw as much money from the system as possible. They said it severely damaged their reserves. They said that they were with meetings from their attorneys and everything, that they agreed with the state, like Texas, and with Canada, and I guess North Carolina. They agreed that USI never did anything wrong. This is what they stated in the video, and that it was basically the problem of the affiliates. So they have a letter from the attorney that they plan on in the next several days to reopen in America and Canada. And in the next couple of days, they also plan to reopen the wallet to allow people to withdraw their money. And in my back office, all of my earnings from the Bitcoin packages, as well as some of the commissions, are all there and repopulated back today. And it's a long 40-minute video, but this is the CEO of USI. It seems to be very transparent. And I mean, you can make your own judgment from it, but it appears they're going to be reopening back in the US, and we're all going to get our money back available to us to withdraw here in the next couple of days. And they said they're going to still go through the commission side of it, because they're still winding down how much was stolen from them. And they said they really have to rebuild their reserves. And there's a lot of good information in this interview. So anybody affiliated with USI Tech, I highly recommend that you watch this video, because it may answer almost all of your questions in the video. Okay, so that'd be a good thing. All right, next thing that we have up, trading bots. Okay, so in the community, in the CryptUnite community, a couple people have posted that, these trading bots that are out there in the market, they wanted to test them out, and several people bought them. And I kind of got involved in the conversation, because when I used to trade foreign exchange daily, when I first started, maybe I think it was 2008 or 2007, when I first started, I bought a couple trading bots first. And back then, the problem with trading bots were they would work perfectly fine in certain market conditions. But markets have three main conditions. They're either breaking out, which happens typically around 10% of the time. Either they're trending, which is making the dips. This is like you go up 100 points, come back to 61 retracement, then go further to make it higher high, and over, higher highs, lower, and higher lows, to go up, and then the inverse going down. And then the other thing is consolidation, where a market just trades within a range. And what happens is a lot of trading bots can't trade all three of those market conditions effectively. So you'll find a trading bot that works perfectly fine in one market condition, but it would explode and empty your account when the market condition changed. So trading bots were very unreliable, which is why banks and large institutions, they hire whole teams, and they write software and algorithms, but those algorithms and the software is consistently updated to match the market. Well, technology has expanded, and basically they're add-ons to these trading bots that allow you to for it to consistently get updates and change with the market conditions. So they've been testing the trading bots in our community, and some of them are getting really good results, 3 or 4%, that kind of thing in a day. So I think this would be a really good opportunity for us to put a trading bot at work on the channel, so that everybody can see it, to expand people's minds to see what is really possible in the market with a bot. Now, this is going to be an over-the-counter bot that's available to everybody, but this is our thought process. So we're going to purchase a bot, the most popular one that's in our group. We're going to buy the bot. We're going to fund an account. Well, me and Jim will put a couple $1,000s in the account, and what we're going to do is we're going to trade the bot, and we're going to watch it and do update videos to see what kind of daily returns we can get out of the bot, and we're going to there's a lot of settings and adjustments that you can do on the bot. So what we're going to do is we're going to adjust it regularly with feedback from the community, and we're going to find the most profitable and best settings for the bot and see how it performs. And then once we have those settings and we see that it's performed good over a period of time, then we'll release those settings within the community for everybody to be able to use those settings for the bot. And then I think we should go one step further and contact the company that makes the bot that we determine that we end up purchasing and see if we can get like a community group discount, right? It doesn't hurt to ask. So let's do that. So me and Jim are going to fund an account. We're going to purchase the bot, and we're going to document it on this channel and see how it performs. And we're going to tweak it until we get it to perform the best with your help. And once we get all that set up, then we'll go to the next level. All right. So let's try that. I think that's going to be pretty cool. And I think it'll give the whole world some insight on the performance of trading bots and see, we can track it and really get some real numbers. So I think that'd be a pretty cool thing to do. All right. Last but definitely not least, okay, CryptUnite Global is sponsoring our first ever event. All right. Now, this is really short notice, and I apologize for that. But basically what we have here on Saturday, this Saturday coming up on the 27th, Jim is handing over his racetrack. I don't know if you guys knew, but he owns a racetrack over in Irwindale, and he's handing over operations of that track to a different team. And so his company's last event is this Saturday, and CryptUnite Global is the sponsor for the event. Okay, so it's called Night of Destruction, which is their most popular event, and it's absolute craziness, carnage and mayhem everywhere. All right, so basically what they have there, it's a demo derby, and then they play like automobile soccer. So they have like a 300-pound soccer ball that cars are knocking around trying to score in the other team's goal. It's absolutely insane. Soccer with cars in a 300-pound soccer ball, right? And then at the end of it, they have the trailer race, which is one of their famous events. Okay, so and then at the end of that, there's going to be the biggest fireworks show that's ever been put on at the facility. And, there's been Super Bowl commercials shot at this facility. It's a very nice place in Irwindale. And so if you're a member of CryptUnite Global and you're in the LA area, you are invited to come out as our guest. Okay, so message us on Facebook. Tell us how many people that are in your party, and we're going to give you free passes to the event. And there may be some swag there too. Okay. And the event starts at 7, and it's going to be sold out. So make sure you get there early. Anytime you get there after 6 or 6:15, you might be stuck in traffic, and then you'll be stuck at will call waiting for your tickets. All right. And if the time permits, in the fan zone area, me and Jim are going to do a meet and greet. Now, he's going to be very busy because it's the last night under his management for his track. So he may be pretty busy, but you might definitely get me in the fan zone if you want to talk to me. And I'd love to meet you guys. So anybody that's in the Irwindale or LA area this Saturday that wants to come, if you're not a member of CryptUnite Global, please join us, CryptUnite, and send us a message on how many are in your party with your name and all that good stuff, and we'll make sure you get tickets. All right, and it's going to be pretty cool. And I downloaded. So this is Irwindale. This is the Speedway here. Right here, you got a couple pictures, and it's a really nice place. All right. So that's on Saturday. Come on out. CryptUnite Global first sponsored event. We're really excited. You can come meet me. I don't know what that's worth, but come on out. All right. So I think that's all I have. Join CryptUnite Global. Follow us on Facebook, like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn the bell on so you get notifications. And I look forward to seeing you guys this weekend. I'm flying out Friday, so I'll be there. And Yeah, I think that's it. I think we'll do hash flare update next. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. And as more stuff, I don't know, comes to us in this space, we'll talk about it. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.